Spoilers ahead for the previous installments of this franchise. You'd think I wouldn't have to say this for films that are 20 years old, but I asked my friend of mine yesterday, just the one friend that I have, if he had seen the new Matrix trailer yet. His response was, not yet, but I've seen the original. The original film or the original trilogy? Oh, there's more than one film? No, I didn't know that. I've only seen the first one. What? Anyway, spoilers ahead. So the trailer opens up with Mr. Anderson in what appears to be a counselling session with Barney.
That's how you do an evil laugh. Ciao for now.
Opening up about the nightmares he's been having. We then treated to a flash montage of blink and you'll miss it images. In this montage you've got what I would guess is how Neo views the Matrix after he's reawoken, a shot of Neo in the real world, which before the trailer dropped, I personally, just me personally, had a theory that this film would somehow be worked into the lore as a prequel. Yes, I know I'm an idiot, but think about it. Trinity was dead. Neo was presumed dead, and they was both coming back. That whole spiel about what has a beginning has an end from the original trilogy. Plus, I mean, who doesn't like some good speculation and conspiracy? Anyways, so the shot of Neo in the real world appears to be Neo post eyesight loss. So this would be after his fight with Agent Smith in the real world. And to be fair, he's seen better days. Also buried in this montage is this gem of an image which is either reminiscent of or is the exact same scene from Matrix Numero Uno in the opening of the film. And you said I was an idiot for my prequel theory. Oh no, wait, I said I was an idiot for my prequel theory. Yes, I'm still an idiot. Anyways, this could just be an Easter egg though. Neo wasn't there, he'd never met Trinity yet, and if this is a flashback for Trinity, how is she having a point of view from the back of her head? We then see another image of Neo with his eyes back, and then we're back in the room. Also, side note, Barney is wearing blue glasses, and later we see Mr. Anderson smashing down a buttload of blue pills. Maybe it's a coincidence, maybe it's to do with themes, maybe it's Maybelline. Who knows? I'm just saying it seems to be a thing. Mr. Anderson seems to be doing a lot better for himself in this version of The Matrix than the previous iteration. He was in a dead-end job, slumming it in underground raves, staying up all night and looking at porn. And now we see him relaxing in a bath with some views, because who doesn't like some views, and a rubber ducky. Don't forget the rubber ducky. Then, bombshell. Enter Trinity. What? No way. But Trinity died, right? Or did she? I mean, she did. She 100% died. She was impaled like a pincushion. She was many deaths. So how is she here in this iteration of The Matrix? There's obviously multiple ways. My top theories is that she is either a product and physical manifestation of Neo's unconscious love and need of Trinity, and he's literally willed her into existence. She was placed there by the Matrix to placate Neo into being more content and more placid in this version of the Matrix, or it's the original remnants of her consciousness left over from the previous versions of the Matrix. Morpheus, or more accurately, younger Morpheus, I need to fucking look up. Morpheus, or hopefully more accurately, younger Morpheus, played by Yahya Abdul-Mateen. Apologies, bro, if I butchered your name, which I probably have, but he's doing bloody rounds, ain't he? Watchmen, Aquaman, Candyman, now Matrixman. Now, we don't know if this is the same Morpheus or a new version of Morpheus, and according to reports, old Larry Fishburne was not asked to return.
Oh, I'm in the Matrix now.
Yeah.
No.
So what's sad is that
7-Eleven right now.
Right.
We're in the line and we're at 7-Eleven now, man.
Which I find very disappointing. Obviously though, it is a Hollywood trope to mislead and misdirect in order to keep plots and twists as secret as possible, but I really hope it's the case of the latter rather than the former. There is theories floating around the internet that Morpheus is not included due to the character's fate in the follow-up game The Matrix Online. Personally, I never played it, but apparently he died in the game and it's supposedly canon, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
Good thing you weren't standing 3 feet closer.
A lot of mirrors and fairy tales references next. We see Mr. Anderson looking into a mirror, looking like he's making some life choices about his blue pills. Then he's looking into a different mirror with a weird reflection looking back. Fake Morpheus is looking into a mirror. We then see Neo stepping through a mirror, which if you take at face value looks like some sort of portal. And then images of Alice in Wonderland book, White Rabbit tattoos, and the rabbit hole page. And who's this chick? Is this Sati? She would be about the right age, and Sati wasn't a person, she was a computer program, so it's highly plausible. Next up is a short clip or homage to the dojo scene from the original film. From Neo's outburst, it looks like he's a lot stronger than before, but with less control, which is interesting. Trinity, not Neo in the real world, being birthed from a pod. Did the machines fix original Pincushion Trinity? Did they resurrect her at Neo's behest? Also, I mean, I'm not what you'd call a smart man, so forgive me if I'm wrong, but these branches of Trinity don't actually seem to be Trinity. They look to be Iron Fist's own Jessica Henwick, so also interesting to see what this scene's all about. Then we have action montage, action montage, action montage, and bad guys. Obviously, bad guy. The whole trailer looks and feels quite different from the originals, apart from the fact that 20-year age gap and obvious improvements to the CGI. The tone of the film feels different from the original. When you was in the Matrix, everything was a green hue. When you was outside the Matrix, everything was a blue hue. Now, when you're in the real world, everything's still a blue hue. But when you're in the Matrix, everything has a bright gold hue to it. Maybe representing the golden age for the simulation, but I'm digging it. The original Matrix was also all grunge all the time. The office was grunge, the nightclub was grunge, the police interrogation room was grunge, but now it's all bright, it's shiny. I mean, until shit hits the fan and you're in the real world again. I don't know if that's a conscious decision to give this film a little bit of a different aesthetic, or if it's a result of only one of the Wachowskis returning and now having full directorial control. There is reasoning as to why Lily Wachowski didn't return for this film. The short of it is basically that she had been working back to back on other properties when Resurrection went into production. She was tired physically and mentally, and on top of this, she also feels like she's moved on from whom she was and doesn't want to revisit her past. Look, just Google it. Okay, Mr. Sunday Movies expands on it a bit, so check him out. And there's also interviews online about it. You can hear words for herself, probably put a lot more elegantly than I have put it. But fair play to her. It must have been very hard to say no to something that you was once so heavily invested in, and to see someone else carry on your work without you cannot be easy. So good luck to her. In the lead up to this, I was not enthusiastic of a continuation or reboot of the Matrix story. The first one was amazing and groundbreaking. The next two, obviously, less so. And it probably would have been best story-wise to leave it as a standalone film. But obviously, it was a runaway success, and at its core, the movie industry is a business. Following this trailer, though, I mean, yeah, it's done its job. It's done its job well. It's piqued my interest. I am quite anticipating follow-up trailers and the theatrical release, so bring on December 2021. Anyways, you've been watching Twisted Visions Entertainment. Thanks for watching. If I've missed anything, feel free to drop a note in the comments below, and I'll catch you in the next one.